Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Guy. Prescott Kid. Well, for everyone listening, I'm speaking out about a creator I worked with. Y'all may know me from the Versus Nick Power mod. As y'all know, I was a lead musician on the mod, a music maker. And, well, for me clarifying to all of y'all, it's not coming back anytime soon. The mod is dead forever as long as I can tell. Sorry if I'm stuttering for all this. This is a bit much for me talking to y'all about it. Sorry if there are long breaks. I'm doing this unscripted. So, yeah, sorry if there are long pauses between. I'll get down to it. So, I'll get down to what happened on a mod team-wise. Let's just say V1 came out just fine. No problems with it. And the team was, well, looking good. Version 2 also came out. Yes, sir, we had some problems, but it came out just fine. And 2.5 came around. That's where the major cracks started to show. Well, let's just say that, like Ren, or later on, he was called Fox in the whole situation, so I'm just gonna go with Foxed. But Foxed is Ren, if you don't know, like R3N. Let's just say he straight up left the team for a while and left me in charge. One thing I didn't notice, however, is that he promised to pay voice actors. Apparently, he didn't pay him when he left for a while, so yeah. I had to let them off nicely as I can, and luckily they were, well, understanding of the whole thing. Because, well, I'm just a high school student. I cannot, pay actors. But he came back like nothing happened, and in the daytime, made me rush to the bone, which explains why which explains why the duo song for the meme team didn't come out as well. Because, well, I was rushed. So, yeah. If I could go back, I would redo the duo song. But 2.5 came out with a little bit of rough patches, but no problem with it until V3. At this time, I was mentally unstable. I was not in any place to do anything. And, well, I was pretty out of my own mind at the time. Because I've been dealing with depression without a therapist for about 5 years now. So, that hit a boiling point. Well, I never had anyone to talk to. As I was scared to talk to anyone. But, yeah, at this time, V3, I wasn't mentally okay. I was helping out on another one of Fox's, projects called Low Spirit. The main menu theme was my work. So, yeah. But, Let's just say that Fox was a nice person. I caught that real quick, but still decided to help. And eventually became friends with him. And then around 2.5, I met someone named Envy, or Envious. They're known for Chica mod from Kaguya-sama Love is War. That of enough mod. And let's just say, we hit off real nicely. And a mod team that we were both on joked around that we were practically dating. Nope, at the time, I was beginning to become unstable. As I couldn't sleep much, I was overrushed, as I was on multiple projects, so I couldn't get more sleep than I had to. So, it basically led to one thing to another. If he was intoxicated at one point, I was heavily sleep deprived, was not thinking straight. Asked them out, and let's just say that made an accidental relationship. And, well, here's where the main few parts come into play. I, while still being mentally unstable, and knowing that it was a horrible situation, still tried to be a good BF to them. Though, well, I wanted to end it off, but they seemed happy, so I really didn't know what to do. I was in a state of, should I end it off, or should I continue? But nevertheless, it happened, and I was pretty emotionally abused in the whole situation. They were a masochist, but not like, the normal type of masochist. Like, a little pain turns them on. Like, I'm not talking like that. They were an extreme. They would cut themselves. Basically, trying to make themselves bleed. And I, losing my mind and still trying to be there for them, asked them if they could stop. Yet they really didn't try to. I know it's something you cannot stop, but they didn't even try. And they said, after a few months after the incident, that it made them uncomfortable. Which, if that was the case, they could have told me, and I could have broken it off. Instead, they played on, like practically nothing happened. And, well, let's just say they broke up with me about a month later, and went to Fox because they had some communication with one another. And apparently, Envy put a massive gash in her thigh, which I took full responsibility for that, even though I knew it wasn't my fault to begin with. So, yeah. And, well, Fox wasn't really comforting me that much. Because, well, if V and Fox tried to play it off like nothing happened, even though I knew stuff happened. And, well, they got together. And, well, it seemed to only be to get back at me for spite. For some horrible reason. I really can't know. But at this point, they declared me their best friend, even though, well, at that point, the relationship between all three of us was practically getting abusive. More or less, two of them abusing me. not the other way around like they say it was. I'm not really feeling like want to post like pictures or screenshots of unedited like things that we had, like combos. I'm just recording this at 1 a.m. I'm just wanting to speak out about this, so don't expect any editing, but just know my word is true. They did some pretty bad stuff to me. Well, let's just say that they practically did stuff to spite me. We played Roblox a lot, and I remember. Oh well. We were playing Bloxburg, and I tried to, throw some type of party in Bloxburg. I invited them to, but they went off did their own thing. We were even in VC too, so let's just say they practically ignored me. Even straight up tried to insult me, I'm pretty sure, at times. I couldn't know for sure, but since it's like 6 months after this happened, but, well, they practically went on that for a while. And, well, my mind was messing with me. And, well, I did some things I regret. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, it's not anything bad, per se. It's just cringe stuff, to be honest. Really, really cringe. And honestly, looking back on it, I do not really respect myself there for that. Like, why was I so cringe? Not that tangent. Back to main story. But I was losing sanity dealing with those two. And well, a month before everything took to the boiling point to where it would not really go well, there's no way of getting around it. I tried to strangle myself. Like, I tried to strangle myself on camera in the Discord server that, well, I was in for quite a while. A good 2 years. And that was the Frowsy Boy server. And if anybody's watching from that server, hey, I'm doing just fine. Somewhat. But yeah, I tried strangling myself that night. And well, since I'm here talking to y'all now, it didn't work. I tried to calm down afterwards, but, well, I couldn't because, well, losing mental sanity. And before, like 2 weeks before the main blink, I was in a relationship with another person. This time it wasn't forced. Or, well, not forced. This time it wasn't intoxication or sleep deprived. It was a genuine relationship that me and the person led. That person being Sapphire. Let's just say, we definitely had a good relationship. This information will come in handy later, but they were a role player. And, well, and they would roleplay when, well, we got intimate. And I think I was sleep deprived and sent a screenshot to Fox Envy. And well, I will come back to this one later. As the age gap was like 1 year. I was, 16 at the time. Sapphire was 15 to 14. 14 to 15. Pretty sure they were coming up on 15. So it was a 1 year gap. Keep this in mind for later. One night, 2 weeks later, when shit hit the fan pretty much, I was playing, Roblox with Fox and Envy like I always do. Let's just say Fox didn't want to be called Rem anymore. As, he wanted to switch his name. And, me, not doing well with name transitions, tried, but I still want to call him Rem. Even though he was saying Envy call him Rem. So, a big fight started happening because of that. A lot of friends got mixed up in the whole situation. And it ended up with every single one of them blocking me. Or pretty much leaving me. Mod teams dumped me. And I was pretty much alone. No, I had horrible communication skills. I am not a talker about my own problems. But, let's just say a day prior, before that, I tried to find a hospital, where I could get mental help. None were open, but afterwards, one was open for the day after that whole thing went down. So, yeah, I got the mental help. And, I came back a week later to try to quell everything that happened. And let's just say it came back to more of a shit show than what was originally. There was allegations, hate comments in my DMs, several people telling me to off myself, that I am just a liar. It messed me up pretty badly. Apparently, everyone thought I was a pedo because, somehow Fox Envy showed the others in the Frosty Boy server, and, all the other friends I had, the pic, and them thinking it was a person way much younger. They all came at me for, me assumingly being a pedo without me being able to clear myself. They formed hate groups. They formed pretty much a lot of communities revolving to hate around me. And let's just say they were working on an exposed video. Such a video never showed up on YouTube at all. And plus, after talking to them, they said they didn't want to post it after realizing I was in the right. But this is back then, so I'm gonna continue. They basically lambasted me for a few weeks, even though, I spent every day and waking night to try to clear my name. And, wouldn't you know, Fox Envy messed with me again. Basically, they twisted everything I said in DMs, made it look like I was a horrible person. They made it look like I sent R34 without them knowing and being disgusted, even though, Fox is a RC4 artist, and Envy was also chill about that. So we were all three in agreement that we were chill about that. But they twisted it, making everyone think I posted it and just being a creep. Even though it was mutual and they also posted stuff too. At this time, my current BF, well, he came in my DMs and asked for information about everything. And well, me trying to clear up the whole situation practically gave what really occurred and what really happened that day. Well, after telling him, he was super apologetic for what happened. We know each other for about 3 years now. We both had a mutual crush on each other for about 2 of those 3 years. So, we know each other for quite a while. He knew I was not the type of person to do that sort of thing. Who would do that? So, let's just say he and another person from the Frosty Boys server, their name is Wistful, looked for information, and well, I was happy to provide. And well, let's just say, after everyone came around to see that Fox Envy framed me for what they done to me. They made it twisted, seemed like I was a horrible person. And well, let's just say they stopped harassing me, but they never apologized for what happened. Frosty Boy admins pretty much, well, went after me. They were the one who sent those hateful comments about me, and the ones who were from the hate groups. Let's just say that, well, none of them apologized for what happened. Except Wistful. Wistful's fine. They didn't really do anything. Just wanted to clarify before y'all go after Wistful for it. But, well, they didn't do anything wrong, and they actually wanted to know more of everything that happened, so I told them truthfully what happened. Well, they were pretty disgusted, and also pretty disgusted to see what type of person Envy was. Apparently my BF figured that, well, Fox was toxic, considering the way he talked. Well, looking back on it, he did seem pretty toxic of a guy. But yeah, that happened, and well, I, being wanting to be the good person, tried to move past everything without an apology for like 3 months afterwards, and well, I never got an apology from any of them, except from my BF, Wistful, and one other person, which I will not disclose their name, because, well, they're young, they shouldn't have to deal with, well, getting harassed, so let's just say that everything that happened, Fox and Envy made it twisted. And also, they were trying to basically say that they were not trying to start a pedo allegation on me, even though, well, everyone knows that's total bullshit. And that we all know that Fox Envy tried to frame me. Let's just say that, well, I never gotten any closure from what happened. I never got an apology from any of them who, well, sent hateful words, or even Fox Envy themselves. They didn't try to say sorry. And afterwards, Envy tried to talk to me like nothing happened. I went just where I met their friends. And let's just say that friend, being an adult, 20 years old, knew Envy didn't have bipolar depression like C says she has. So she doesn't have bipolar at all, no matter what she tells you. She has something, but it's not bipolar. Well, let's just say they tried to act like ooh, I'm so edgy. Being edgy will make me cool type of person. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Be like Shadow the Hedgehog? No, honestly, their act got a little bit annoying at times afterwards. I would respond wanting to be the kind guy, but after I realized that they were just trying to sneak the way back into my life, I closed them out. I closed them out like I should have. Fox moved accounts because, well, he wanted to get away from the whole situation and being, well, labeled as a horrible person. They go by the name of VP now, I'm pretty sure. And, well, let's just say that I I'm not going to forget whatever happened because of that. Because I got a therapist. I got proper help that I desperately needed in my life. Well, I was labeled with PTSD by the professional therapist before, well, they dropped me because insurance didn't cover it. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that I had PTSD even before, which is why I had a hard time processing everything. So, yeah, that is what happened with those two. Fox messaged me about 5 months after the incident. I cannot remember if it was one or two, but after I was, well, not expecting an apology, he messaged me on his new account saying, "Hey Sky, how are you doing?" And me not wanting to do anything with him anymore, as I realized that they were just trying to, well, they used me all this time. I practically wasn't really that nice to him. Well, let's just say that I tried to bring up what they did. Let's just say they still denied ever trying to do anything, even though the evidence is there. Everything is there for everyone to see. Well, let's just say that I have not heard a lick of it. India has blocked me. I don't know where Fox is now. And well, let's just say that not dealing with their bullcrap, I realized that they were pulling me down a lot more than, well, what my life was. Because I had to deal with constant work pressure. And well, it wasn't a fun time. This video is like almost 29 minutes long now. Sorry that I ranted a few times with everything that happened, but please take me on my word for about what happened. Well, this is why I've been hiding for about a while, and this is why I was away. I posted the Challenge Ed cover with, well, narrator Josh when I got back. And that's what I kept so quiet about. I never wanted to go in detail because I didn't feel comfortable with telling anyone yet. But now, y'all deserve to know what happened. Y'all deserve to know why the mod ain't continuing and why I don't support or do anything with them anymore. The mod team is done. I'm hoping to revive or start my own necropara mod one day. And as a way to diverse from, well, Fox's version of it. But there was a lot of stuff that was unused I put my heart and soul into. So yeah, that's the whole story. Please don't go harassing anyone in this story. As this is like 6 months old, no one should be harassed for that. Hopefully, I'm hoping they learned their lesson by now. This video has went on for longer than what I intended, but I'm just hoping that, well, y'all understand what happened. Well, understand why it is cancelled. And why I'm just not really feeling like working with the guy anymore. There's a lot of stuff I did leave out, like Sapphire cheating on me whenever I was back with about 6 people. I assume it's 6 people because, well, the person they cheated on me with says it was like a poly relationship, so it could be about 6 to 10 for all I know. But yeah. I was pretty much backstabbed by everyone I thought I could trust. This video has went on longer. If y'all want part 2, going into more details about it, then, well, I'd be happy to tell more information, but I'm not wanting to talk about it right now. As well, it's a bit much for me to tell y'all, because I'm not really comfortable even telling y'all this right now. But I'm just hoping y'all understand why I'm just, having more breaks than I usually do. When I used to upload so consistently. But this isn't the end for my career. I'm still making mods. Some mods are going on strong. Even working on my own self-insert, which I may post the first track of it later on down the line. But, well, a lot of things happened. And, well, I'm starting to pick up the pace once again as I'm back on several mod teams. Well, not back on. I got on some mod teams that are completely different. Well, I'm working as hard as I can to provide good content for y'all, while still focusing on my health. And everyone who watched this all the way through, thank you. Thank you for, well, being here and supporting me for my work. It means a lot to me. This guy kid. This guy is signing out now. And hoping to see y'all again in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.